Mikkel, welcome to Poland again.
Thank you very much.
We have been working on launching the Derma brand in Poland for many weeks. Now we are just after the press conference. So how do you see the chances for the Derma brand in Poland? We just heard that we like in Poland fragrances, colors. How do you want to do this? How do you want to sell Derma brand to Polish customers?
Well, everywhere around the world, people are concerned about their children. And our products offer cosmetics without any perfume, without any parabens, without any colorants. And as long as people know that, it will be a success. But it takes time, of course, to educate the end consumer in this. And it's a hard job that we have, but I'm sure that when people get the knowledge, they will seek for products like ours.
In Denmark, Derma is already on the top of many rankings. Some of the Derma products are the best in those rankings. How do you think, why is that?
Because it's an honest brand. People what you see is what you get. And people in Denmark, the consumer there is very well educated, and they seek information and they question all products that they consume. So our product is a good choice in that jungle of promises that there are in the beauty industry.
Okay, you mentioned your customers. So who is your typical end customer?
The typical end customer is the concerned consumer, we call it. And the concerned consumer has puts the environment as something very important. They put the thing that their consumption actually contributes to the society, both within their family, but also as the environment as a general. And that's the typical customer.
So it's not so important if it's women or men?
No, it's for the whole family. It's for babies, it's for grandfathers, it's for everyone.
Are you planning to expand your brand to other countries in the Central Europe?
Yes, we are. We are actually starting up in Belgium first and trying to build up a case there. And if that case is a success, which of course it will be.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes, then it will be also put into other countries in Central Europe. And actually also we are starting up in the Middle East. And you can say why, how, what,
exactly,
and all that. But the same thing is, as mentioned before, in all over the world, they're concerned about their well-beings and their families.
Aren't you afraid that the world crisis will affect badly your brand and your sales?
Again, world crisis is one thing. Perhaps you stop buying a new car, or you wait a little longer, or you stop going on so many vacations. But within cosmetics, you use it every day anyway. And when there is a crisis, actually most family looks in and try and protect the family even more. So this is actually only a benefit when it comes to our products, because it's protecting the family.
Okay, and your payoff is for our future.
Yes.
So is it also linked with the family and with the future of the family?
Of course, it's beauty on the long run. It's not an instant gain on Saturday because you are going into the city or whatever. It's a long-term investment in a healthier life, and this is of course very difficult because the beauty industry is very focused on short-term gain. We try to do the opposite and be a good choice when you are talking about the long investment in life.
Yeah, that's a huge challenge. So what What customers need from Derma? What are your plans for developing this brand, the portfolio of products?
We constantly seek, of course, new ways of developing products. It's our task. We have to do that. We are a small company.
That not so small, I guess.
No, but compared to the beauty industry in general, we're not a big player as Nivea and L'Oreal and so on. So we have to put the barrier very, very high. And our way of putting the barrier high is to seek for the most strict organizations to back our product up, and to use development as a cutting edge.
So during the press conference we heard a lot about what is not included in the recipe of Derma products. What can you say about what actually it has and what it gives to our skin?
Because we say that there is no perfume, no parabens and no colorants in the products, doesn't mean that there's something good in the products. We have a lot of nice ingredients in our products, like apricot oil and a lot of other good things for your skin, E vitamin and so on. But it's difficult for us to compete in that jungle of promises. So our promise is, of course, that there's no perfume, no parabens and no colorants in it. But of course we cannot make products that doesn't work, and we just took out 3 things that we do not believe has to be placed in cosmetics. So of course all the products works, they moisturize your skin, they do the job, and they do it very well. But we took out the substance that we don't think should be in a cosmetic product.
Okay, so from this great portfolio of products, what are the best sellers in Denmark?
The best sellers is actually the sunscreen products. Yes, and we are actually almost selling the same as the leading company. Last year we sold more than them. But that's how it is. Business goes up and down, and next year we will be number 1 again. But within the sunscreens we have a very, very high position. And the funny thing is here that we did this in 6 years, where the other companies on the market has been there for almost a century.
Okay, great. So congratulations and thank you very much for coming to Poland.
Thank you for inviting me.